Oh, greetings, Keslow. Come to ask about developments in our Phantom Realm investigation, and your timing couldn't be better. A short while ago, I received word from Grahatia. He and Krau have completed their preparations in Charlie, and are ready to resume fieldwork. Even as we speak, they make their way hither. Let's wait for them together, shall we? Ah, there they are. What in the heavens are you carrying? 'Tis, my friends. It's the latest technological marvel to come out of Charlie. I give you the etheric analyzer. Holding it thus, you can take measure of the ambient ether, whose waveform is then recorded by the ether transcriber at the back. This provides us with detailed data of the environment, which we can study at our leisure. As you know, the Phantom Realms are hidden by illusions. In order to ascertain their nature, I suggested to Krau that we record the data with proper equipment. Alas, said equipment is tremendously cumbersome. Raha has done well to bring it here in one piece, and so expensive as it is, as expensive as it doubtless is, I hope we can return it in the same condition. Return it? Yes, to the Forum. In improving our investigation, they granted us the use of a device in addition to their financial backing. Despite the students' greatly reduced scale, the Forum has faith in our endeavors. Thus did the approvist notice declare, I'm proud to say. We owe much of the goodwill to the science. Yourself, not least of all. That being said, we can't depend on the Forum indefinitely. No, we must stand on our own 2 feet again. It begins with our efforts in this investigation. The 12 are meant to be Eorzea's guardian deities. They seek battle with mankind. What could it possibly be that motivates them? Treating with them earnestly, I'm hopeful that we'll find the answer. Well, we shouldn't keep Snogum waiting. Without further ado, let's join her in the Umphalos. Welcome back. Oh no. If that isn't the etheric analyzer, you've done well to get a hold of it. Indeed, we're truly grateful to the Forum for the loan. It's no small thing to be lugging about, but I've always wanted to try it. If you are ready, Raha, you may proceed with measuring the ether of the Phantom Realm. Castle, please assist him, will you? In the meantime, I have in mind to further examine the monument with Snowroom. What does that sound? Like a plan. As a matter of fact, I've already done a little bit of work on the front. As you previously determined, the monument harbors some manner of magic. And this magic, I've since found, takes the form of an epigram. By consulting experts in the field of archaeology, I was able to make a discovery. Oh yes, a most startling discovery. That the epigraph is largely incomplete, so we can't read it. So you didn't make a discovery. Ha, but see, establishing what one doesn't know is also an important step in research. For our blessing, the language used doesn't appear to be completely unknown. We can but fill in the missing information. It should be possible to make sense of it. Where do we even begin looking for such information? Why, we ask the gods themselves, of course. By giving them the battle they desire. We're doing them a favor, are we not? That being the case, I dare say they would grace us with their presence if called. Please, come with me. Oh, the things I would ask them if they really did appear. Now, going by astrology, the heaven of earth should be the next to open. It just so happens I know the perfect incantation for this purpose. Open Muntai. It's a time-honored charm passed down in Gridania, whose patron is Nafika, one of the deities said to dwell in the heaven of earth. Come, everyone, say it with me. Open Muntai. What delightful children you are. I too have desired to speak with you. By the 12, it's her. It's really her. She looks precisely as depicted in legend. Amazing. It is an honor to meet you, Nafika. If I may, what is it that you wish to speak about? You seek to decipher the monument, do you not? If you face more of us in battle, and myself included, we shall grant you the key to unlocking that mystery. Would, of course, be much obliged for such a gift. But how you said, gods before were not exactly forthcoming with your secrets. Closely we have watched you from our respective sanctums. Watched as you faced us and pursued the truth with pure hearts and minds. In light of what we've seen, we've concluded thus. Even should you uncover the monument's purpose, you would still be willing to lend us your aid. Help us fulfill our heart's desire, and so too shall we grant you yours. I look forward to receiving you in my sanctum, my dear children. The original plan was to revisit the heavens of lightning and fire. I believe we would all agree that we should prioritize Nafika's invitation. Well, Snowheim, your charm did the trick. The way to another heaven lies open. Beyond, it is the truth of the monument. I could scarcely wait to pore over the etheric data. Raha, Kaslam, leave it in your capable hands. As for you, Derek, may we relied on your guidance once more. Now that we know what awaits, I do not feel my presence is necessary. On the contrary, I would only be a burden. As you wish, of course. We can still count on you to pray for our friends, though, I trust. Glad I can join you this time, Kaslo. Incumbent as I am with the analyzer, I fear I won't be able to assist in battle, but I shall do my part and secure the data we need. You're both safe, thank goodness. You have the data then. Wonderful, wonderful. Don't suppose I could do the honors and replace the transcriber cartridge? I've always wanted to take a closer look. Take care removing it. We don't want anything happening to the data. Careful does it. Come to me, O knowledge divine. Come to me. What is that? Ah! Oh. It's alright, the cartridge is safe. Let's finish the task before there are any more surprises. You have our gratitude for bringing us closer to achieving our dream. Oh, Halthic, must you always be so formal? Although he has trouble expressing it, I assure you, my brother is absolutely giddy with joy. Why are you here, Nafika? Have you not sufficiently amused yourself with the mortals? Not nearly. I would talk to them some more. Nafika promised you the key to deciphering the monument, did she not? Yes, that's correct. You would do well to hold in your minds that which harbors information. Come now, brother. You need to speak plainer than that. To clarify, we shall create the objects you need, but your assistance is required to give them form. Worry not. Appearance has no effect on function. Just try and imagine that which, in your minds, is used to hold information. There. These instruments shall be useful in your quest. Cross Eorzean lie eternal stones that hold the information required to complete the words of the monument. By holding an instrument out to a stone, it will take the information onto itself. We scattered these stones across the realm that mortals would not uncover our secrets. Of late, however, it would seem you have found alternative uses for them as objects of worship. Could they be the marks of the 12? They are, aren't they? Oh, to think they harbored information on the gods. It would seem we have our destinations. Aside from the 3 city-states, I believe the marks are located in Korthus and Mordon. I propose we split up, the quicker to finish the task. I wish to come too. No, Menthina, 'twould not do to burden these children so. After all this time, we finally have the chance to speak with mortals, to learn about them from up close. We're not like to have another. I must say, I share Menthina's view. Even you, Halone? I'd like to learn about you too. I believe I speak for all of us. By all means, let us travel together. Music to my ears. We shall watch over you. See that you safely reach your destinations. Without further ado, then. Not so fast. Do you think you could go frolicking without us too? The others have our domain well in hand. We are coming too. Well now, far be it from us to stop you. Let us assume our disguises too, and then each choose a mortal to accompany. Please, let it be something inconspicuous. Wolf, the rabbit, golem, nut, and a fish. I believe my destination is in Venom. Then it's Lenosha Faraha, 12 wood for Cryle. Last but not least, Mordona and Curtis for Derek and Castle. Will you be alright, Cryle? I shall be fine. You needn't worry. We abided by the god's selections. Why do you suppose the two of us were grouped together? Why, because you make the most interesting pair. God's felling hero and the world-faring explorer. I shall relinquish the chance to learn about both of you. A relish. Now then, the others have already set forth, so let us do the same. Sign for my own mark. I believe we'll find those of Thaliak and Halone in Mordona and Curtis. Look, look! Oh my, what an adorable creature. Delighted to meet you, little one. It seems to want to join us too. What an unusual company this has become. The gods truly know no inhibition. Forgive me, Caslo. I couldn't have anticipated this turn of events. Well, what are we waiting for? Let us seek out the marks at once. Yes, yes, no need to be so hasty. Shall we then, Caslo? The nearest mark is Thaliak's, just outside Mordona. Memory serves, it overlooks the lake at a place called Rothfrost. Isn't that up where the tree is? Now then, we're to hold on an instrument to the stone. Care to do the honors here, Castle? The instrument vibrates rapidly. "'Tis done. The information held in the stone has been etched. As Halsdick said, these stones are eternal. No matter their shape or location, their nature is unchanging. Together with the monument in Umphalos, they have remained the same since time immemorial. 'Twas the love that men bear for us, and we for the star, that compelled us to create the monument and the stones. And though men do not know the truth of the stones, they offer them prayer. This act is a manifestation of your bond with us, while the stones are a manifestation of our bond with the star. And so, by praying to the stones, you effectively cultivate a bond between yourselves and us and the star. Delightful, is it not?" Though we appreciate your eagerness to talk, perhaps we should save some conversation for the destinations to come. If we linger too long in any one place, we're liable to be late to reconvene with the others. And let us make for the central highlands of Kurthus. Then the Fury's gaze, my own mark, awaits. But that's plasmoids around two different stones. That can't be a coincidence. There it is, the mark of the Fury. Wouldn't do to burden you constantly. I shall extract the information this time. Also, I need to change back to Red Mage. Looking back, Halone, you've grown noticeably more imposing this past millennium. There are also more statues in the Heaven of Ice. Oh, but an idea occurs to me, Caslo. This time I want you to share what you know about the worship of Halone. I dare say it'll be interesting to hear what mankind thinks of her from your perspective. I often hear her name invoked in battle, especially from paladins. Ah yes, ever did I feel the people's fervent desire to be strong. They might protect that which they hold dear. Well, how fascinating. 'Tis a fine thing indeed to hear directly from mortals. Still, as much as Halone loves her children, it troubled her to see them at war with the dragons. See those who share the star spill each other's blood. You should well know, Minfilia, it isn't our place to judge the faith of mortals. Even when we lend them our aid, we must refrain from intervening in their affairs. Lest there be any doubt, mankind's faith in us is mankind's alone. By your prayers, our forms will become that which they need to be. Apologies for the wait. It also started to sound like primals again. Acquired the information, have you? Excellent. Let us proceed to the next mark. Mine. As I recall, it lies near the Steel Vigil, by the cliff west of the entrance. Follow me. Oh. Oh look, someone's praying. How delightful to see one of my faithful children. O benevolent goddess, grant me deliverance, I beseech you. Save my soul. You're the one who was hunting down the lambs of Dalamud. I knew it. Knew you wouldn't stop till you dealt with every last one of us. Now you've come for me. Oh, to think that this is her will. The lambs of Dalamud. They're the cult that appeared prior to the Seventh Endwalker calamity, are they not? In the name of their faith, they abducted and sacrificed innocent souls. Did not fear death. I've committed no crimes, I swear it. And Fina is my witness. In the beginning, we simply prayed to the twin moons. Dalamud to one day shepherd our souls to the bosom of his mistress. It all changed when Dalamud began to turn red. More and more of us began believing that he was our savior, that we must prove our loyalty with our lives, else we would suffer eternal damnation. So that's how your group took to its fanatical ways and came to be branded a dangerous cult. At some point, I assumed you were tasked with hunting them down. I used to be a merchant in Old Awe. Timid as I am, I struggled to survive in that cutthroat world. That's why I turned to Minfilia. I wanted to bask in her gentle acceptance, to gain courage from her strong and faithful hound. They were my solace, the only way I could be at peace with myself. But they took it from me, my fellows who committed those horrible deeds, and those who reviled me as one of them. They took it away. You're strong, aren't you? Grant me deliverance, I beg you. Judge me and show me the way. just can't bear it anymore. What good is a god I can't see, who won't grant me a thimble of succor no matter how much I pray? You mustn't seek in men what you seek in gods. Strong as he is but a mortal. Like you, he is made of flesh and blood, and possessed of his own will. Nothing more, nothing less. It avails you not to raise up others while belittling yourself. You are your own person, with a path of your own to walk. Even should you be taken to despair, that you are here now makes you no different from this man. So believe me when I say, all will be well. Keep your faith in Menfina. Believe in her love and grace, and you will surely learn to love others as well as yourself. Please forgive me for my unseemly outburst. I had been feeling lost, and all my anguish came spilling out. It was Menfina herself who brought you here, I'm certain of it, to encourage me and guide me. Take your words to heart. I'll try searching for a new path. Should you feel lost again, take the road, see what is out there. Learn how others live and think. You are bound to find your way. Blessings be upon you on the road ahead, dear child. Did you say something? Unsolicited as it was, I don't regret saying those words to him. He needed to hear them. But come, Castle. This time it's your turn to extract the information. Horschafont's grave in the background. Really, Gabe? Really? Give me, Caslo. I fear I've caused you trouble. I'm relieved to know that. You truly are strong, in body and spirit both. Far be it from me to ask you this of you. Please, do not hold it against that child. We do not wish for our existence to bring grief to our children. Yet no matter which faith, we are who we are because of those who believe in us. My hound is no exception. He was born when men came to worship the object their ancestors cast into the heavens. Fenrir? We are not all powerful. Can't grant all of mankind's wishes. Nonetheless, we always hear you. No hope is too small, no prayer too faint. I just wanted to make that clear. Lest you forget, we love mankind dearly. But what are you? Are you ancients? Oh, that's a lot of people DCing all around me. With this, we have completed our task and may return to Omphale. Yet I can't help but think about Cryo. Prohatia seemed to be worried about her, did he not? 'Twas if something weighed on her mind. though she is in the company of deities. I find myself worrying too. You could ask her directly. Yes, I suppose so. If there are no objections, let us seek out Crime. She is headed to the Twelves. She is headed to the Twelveswood with Nothka and Bayergut, yes? They're presently too far away for us to sense. We should be able to locate them once in the forest. See. In that case, let us make for Gridania. Come on, click on Derek. There we go. So here we are in Gridania. Can you sense Nothka and Bayergut? I do, but something is strange. Indeed, they appear to be in different places. Nothka is nearer of the two, and quite close by. I shall go and find him. Wait, you mustn't go on off on your own. Ah, found it all. After it, Caslo. There she is. Well now, I wasn't expecting to see you all here. Is naught the matter? It's supposed to be with Kryl and Bayergut. Where are they? Oh, we became separated while I was distracted, listening to the elementals. Beings are the voice of those who call the woods home. As I am the patron of this land, I could not help but report to me. Gods can sense each other, even should you become separated. Shouldn't it be a simple matter to find them again? Indeed. Indeed. It would seem you are keeping something from us, Nothka. Oh, Halone. There's simply no fooling you. Very well, I shall confess all. The child Kryl wanted to visit our stones alone, you see, to complete her task without us watching over her. We merely respected that wish. With her abilities, I do not believe she is in any danger. But the warrior that he is, Bayergut decided to follow after her discreetly. If this is her wish, then indeed we must abide by it. As for Bayergut, ah yes, I sense him in the place men call the South Shroud. One of the stones is situated there, I believe, near Camp Tranquil. Let's search that area for Bayergut. If we find him, we should find Kryl as well. What brings you all here? We understand you've been following Kryl. Where is she? After having acquired information from my stone, she now makes for Althix. I keep my distance to avoid being seen. I was about to continue on when you appeared. Althix Stone is her last destination, is it not? Althix Stone is her last destination, is it not? Let's all go and meet her there. Everyone so wishes. Very well. To hasten our passage, I shall call upon Master Endwalker's servants to bear the mortals. Getting eagles to fly us there. Seems we have the use of these hawks. Let's see if we can spot Kryl from above. I'll bring our companions, so needn't worry about them. Are you ready, Caslow? Fly, you fools! So isn't this up an Earth's gift? Nice thank you, Caslow. Talking to you helped me find the resolve to seek out craft. No signs of her here. Continue to Althic Stone. She is already. She certainly wasted no time. No, it's over here by Omnivore Keep. Well now, did you come all this way to check on me? Been on edge, worrying that I might stumble into Odin, so you gave me a bit of a fright. Nafika tells us you wish to travel alone. What prompted you to send the gods away? It's difficult to explain. I suppose I wanted to seek the answers in my own way. As the gods told us, if we wish to know the truth, we must discover it for ourselves. In spite of this, we've seen fit to not only set us upon the right path, but to accompany us besides. This bespeaks the faith that they had in man's spirit of inquiry. It gives me heart. After all, it's the self-same spirit that defines the students of Baldussi. Like everyone, I want to uncover the truth of the 12, to know their aspirations and understand them. And having seen a dear friend embark on countless adventures, I've developed the desire to see and experience the world for myself. There are dangers out there, of course. I wanted to prove that I could handle them, perform my task. I see. Indeed, as much as we can learn from others, there's no substitute for seeing with one's own eyes. And in yours, I see the gleam of yearning for exploration and discovery. It reveals to me the love you bear for our star, and it makes me glad. What's this all of a sudden? It's embarrassing when you say such things with a straight face. Right then, I've yet to acquire the information here, so I'll tend to it at once. Perhaps you'd like to wait for me at Corridon. It doesn't take too long to extract the information. Miles should be here any moment now. Apologies for the wait. With that, I've obtained information for all my stones. You've taken care of yours already, yes? Thank you for worrying about me. Well, it's good to know that I can handle myself. I'm heartened to be doing this with you all. I owe you my thanks as well, Byergot and Nofka, for accepting my request with good grace. Think not of it. You did well to see your task through, little one. Indeed. Come, let us all return to Omphalos. Took your time, Caslow? Did something happen? Ah, so you rendezvoused with Cryle. What was your experience with the gods, if I may ask? Not only did you help a delusioned man find his way, you looked in on Cryle besides. Thank you, Caslo. And you as well, Derek. I fear I overstepped my bounds. But what's done is done. We shall return to our sanctums. Give our gratitude for the delightful time. By holding your instruments out to the monument, you'll be able to augment the missing information. Be well, dear children. Shall we, then? Amazing. What was impossible to decipher is now crystal clear. Without further ado, we shall read our epigraph. As beings who endure by the will of the star, we are susceptible to the influence of hopes and prayers. Thus do we commit our yokes herein, lest we stray from our purpose. He who is named Beauregard shall preside over construction, his duty to fortify the works of men and encourage them to build. He who is named Endwalker shall preside over destruction, his duty to galvanize the star's beating heart and facilitate mankind's regeneration. She who is named Azema shall preside over the sun, her duty to nurture its living, life-giving light and illuminate the truth for all to see. He who is named Nalthal shall preside over the subterranean, his duty to make gleam the riches hidden in the darkest depths and in men themselves. She who is named Nathika shall preside over fertility, her duty to fill the land with life, prepare a path of peace and plenty. He who is named Althic shall preside over space and time, his duty to endow the star with material vigor, that mankind's march may never cease. She who is named Halone shall preside over the glaciers, her duty to hold the melting ice at bay and imbue men with constancy and tranquility. She who is named Menphina shall preside over the moon, her duty to perpetuate the turning of night and day and foster love in the hearts of all. He who is named Thaliak shall preside over the rivers, his duty to quench the thirst of men and water their minds with wisdom. She who is named Nemea shall preside over the stars, her duty to preserve the celestial fabric of the seasons and weave the threads of men's lives. She who is named Limlay shall preside over the seas, her duty to administer the tides and inspire men to come together as one, and seek new horizons. He who is named Oshon shall preside over the mountains, his duty to sustain the breath of the firmament, and in wandering, share in men's solitude. He who is unnamed shall watch unflinching, his duty to stand guard over his charge, always and unto the end. So there's a 13th. There the epigraph concludes. I've been given quite a lot to ponder. Hopes and prayers influencing their nature. Have you any thoughts on the contents of the epigraph, Castle? Let's go with prayers of her faithful made Halone more imposing. I mean to say, the prayers have changed the 12 into their present forms. It's rather hard to believe. Given what we know of dynamics, I believe it is entirely possible. In the presence of that energy, hopes and prayers have more tangible results than one might expect. Its power may be curbed upon our star, but over thousands of years of worship could have influenced the gods in various ways. Ways such as that which Caslo just described, for one. Others that come to mind are Halone's shield and spear, which reflect her status as a goddess of war, and Nemia's spinning wheel, which is apt for an apparatus for a god of fate. Thus did they create this monument, this yoke, that they might never lose sight of their duty, no matter how much they may change. I'm inclined to agree with Raha. The gods wrote that they endure by the will of the star. What that refers to, we all know too well. Haida. Or Zodiac. By sundering reality, she must have known that she would shake the very foundation of existence, anticipating the potential chaos. I suspect she charged her collaborators with maintaining stability. Everybody's favorite theory right now. If this is true, then might not the 13th unnamed be the Watcher on the moon? Pieces certainly fall into place. I wonder if he would be willing to share what he knows. As it stands, we've yet to encounter 3 gods. As there's no telling what may happen once we fought them all, I believe we should try to uncover as much truth as we can. The better to know how to proceed. To that end, ere we seek out the Watcher, Raha and I shall return to Charlene to compile our findings. Data from the analyzer not the least of all. To think that the investigation might lead us to the moon! I eagerly look forward to the next stage of our fieldwork. Castle. Like as not, yet more grueling encounters with the gods await. You should rest up and gather your strength. Not long now, ere we arrive at the truth. For the longest time I've journeyed alone, not involving myself in the affairs of others. But I've enjoyed our time together. I've undertaken the investigation with all earnestness, and it has been a pleasure to be a part of it. When I imagine the moment we must part ways, I can't help but be saddened. It surprises me that I feel that. Forgive me. I didn't mean to wax sentimental. If you'll excuse me, I shall head outside for some fresh air. There he goes again, Caslo. Do you suppose you could follow after him? I can't quite say why, but I feel as though he'll suddenly vanish one day, never to return. Ah, 'tis you, Caslo. What is it? Snargrim's worried that I'll suddenly vanish, you say? Well, as the saying goes, all things must come to an end, whether we will it or no. When our work is finished, we must go our separate ways. Doing so will sadden me, as you know. Yet that sadness is part of the joy I've derived from our companionship. So I'll accept it when the time comes, and strive with you to the last. Look. As you know, my friend, I would rather you live your own life. Having helped you, I won't send you away against your will. Well, you are a busy man, so I won't keep you. As before, rest assured I will share with you any tidings I receive from Cryle. Take care, my friend. See you again in due course. Alright, and that is it for Myths of a Realm for this patch. Which will be back in like 8 months. So that'd be like September. To finish off the storyline for good. Alright, well I will see everybody later. So take care.